Have you ever wondered why some people become legends, while others are forgotten? What makes a name echo even after the lights go out? It's not luck. It's not fame. It's something deeper, something timeless. So today, let's look beyond the fame and uncover what truly makes them iconic. Johnny Depp, the enigmatic chameleon. Johnny Depp isn't just an actor, he's a shapeshifter. From the quirky Jack Sparrow to the mysterious Edward Scissorhands, he doesn't just play characters, he becomes them. What makes him iconic isn't fame or glamour, it's unpredictability. You never know what version of Johnny you'll get next. He turns every role into art, and even in chaos, he finds character. His career has been filled with highs and lows, but through it all, Depp remains a mystery. And that's exactly why we can't look away. Selena Gomez, the heart that heals. Selena Gomez isn't just an entertainer, she's emotion in motion. From her Disney beginnings to dominating music charts, she's grown up under the spotlight yet managed to stay real. What makes her iconic isn't just her voice, it's her vulnerability. She turned her battles with health, heartbreak, and mental struggles into strength that millions relate to. Selena shows the world that being soft doesn't mean being weak. Her story is proof that healing can be powerful, and kindness can be cool. Robert Downey Jr., the man who became Iron. Robert Downey Jr. is more than Tony Stark, he is the comeback king of Hollywood. Once written off as a lost cause, he rebuilt his entire life and career with grit, humor, and a spark no one could extinguish. What makes him iconic isn't just the suit of Iron Man, but the story behind it, a man who turned his darkest moments into his greatest superpower. He showed the world that no fall is final, and no failure defines you, unless you stop fighting. Eminem, the poet from the pain. He didn't grow up with privilege, he grew up with a pen. Eminem turned anger into art, and scars into syllables. Every rhyme he spits is a page torn from his life, raw and real. He proved that even the most broken voices can move the world when they speak their truth. Oprah Winfrey, the voice that healed millions. Born into hardship, she rose to become a symbol of empathy and empowerment. Oprah didn't just host shows, she held hearts. She turned conversations into therapy and kindness into influence. She showed that power is not in money or fame, it's in lifting others higher. Will Smith, the smile that hid the storm. He made the world laugh, sing, and believe in The Fresh Prince. But behind that charm lies a man who battled pressure, pain, and redemption. Will Smith's journey isn't perfect, it's real. And that's what makes him iconic, the courage to rebuild his story in front of the whole world. Scarlett Johansson, the strength behind the silence. She doesn't shout to be noticed, she acts to be remembered. Scarlett Johansson turned subtlety into power, and silence into storytelling. From Black Widow to timeless dramas, she carries grace with grit. She's proof that strength can whisper, and still shake the world. Ed Sheeran, the ordinary guy who made it extraordinary. No fancy looks, no wild scandals, just a guitar and a dream. Ed Sheeran built his empire with words, warmth, and authenticity. He made music feel personal again, like a friend singing to you under the stars. He reminds us that you don't need to shine, you just need to be real. Ariana Grande, the voice that soars beyond limits. She's tiny in frame but a giant in sound. Ariana Grande took heartbreak, tragedy, and fame, and turned them into high notes that give people hope. Her voice isn't just powerful, it's pure emotion wrapped in melody. She taught us that resilience can sound like a song. Ryan Reynolds, the man who laughs through chaos. He's the king of sarcasm, but behind the jokes lies a heart that truly cares. Ryan Reynolds mastered the art of mixing humor with humanity. Whether he's Deadpool or a dad, he reminds us that laughter is a shield, and kindness is the real superpower. He's proof that being funny doesn't mean you're not deep. Justin Bieber, the boy who grew up in public. He went from a YouTube kid to a global phenomenon before he could even drive. The fame, the falls, the forgiveness, we saw it all. But Justin Bieber rose again, softer, wiser, and more human than ever. He showed the world that redemption is the most beautiful encore. Jennifer Lopez, the dream that never sleeps. From a dancer in the Bronx to a name the world knows, J. Lo built her empire brick by brick. She shattered stereotypes and ceilings, proving that passion doesn't have an expiration date. Music, movies, business, she does it all with fire in her eyes. She's living proof that hard work can turn a name into a legacy. Morgan Freeman, the voice of wisdom. He doesn't just speak, he commands silence. Morgan Freeman's voice carries the calm of experience and the weight of truth. From playing God to narrating the wonders of the universe, he became the sound of wisdom itself. He reminds us that greatness isn't loud, it's timeless. Lady Gaga, the fearless chameleon. She's not just a singer, she's a revolution in heels. From meat dresses to Oscar gowns, from Poker Face to Shallow, Lady Gaga turned shock value into artistic power. Every performance of hers screams one message. Be who you are loudly. She reminds the world that reinvention isn't confusion, it's courage. Chris Hemsworth, the thunder behind the smile. He's not just Thor with a hammer, he's charisma wrapped in humility. Chris Hemsworth brought strength with softness, heroism with humor. Whether he's saving the universe or playing a loving dad on the beach, he proves one thing. Real power isn't in your muscles. It's in your heart. Taylor Swift, the pen that paints her pain. She doesn't just sing, she writes her life in verses that millions relate to. From heartbreaks to healing, Taylor Swift turned her diary into a global anthem. She showed that vulnerability is not weakness, it's magic in disguise. Because when she sings, the world feels seen. Tom Cruise, the daredevil who never fakes it. No green screens. No fear. No limits. Tom Cruise doesn't just act in action, he lives it. Hanging from planes, scaling skyscrapers, and defying age. He became the definition of dedication. Every stunt, every frame, every mission screams. Perfection isn't a goal. It's a habit. BTS, the revolution beyond music. BTS isn't just a boy band, they're a global movement. From small studios in Seoul to stadiums around the world, they built their empire through hard work, honesty, and heart. What makes them iconic isn't just their music, it's their message. They speak about self-love, mental health, and unity in a way that connects across cultures. Each member brings something unique, but together they remind the world that love and art have no language barrier. BTS didn't just break records, they broke boundaries. Beyoncé, the power of perfection. Beyoncé isn't just an artist, she's an empire built on discipline, vision, and power. Every performance, every detail, every beat feels deliberate, because for her, excellence isn't optional. What makes her iconic is her unmatched work ethic and the way she turns strength into art. She redefined what it means to be a performer, a woman, and a leader. Beyoncé doesn't follow the crown, she is the crown. Leonardo DiCaprio, the artist who never settled. Leonardo DiCaprio could have stopped at Titanic, fame, fortune, everything was his. But he didn't. He chose the art over the applause. From The Revenant to Inception, Leo keeps proving that acting isn't about looking good on screen, it's about disappearing into a story. What makes him iconic is his relentless pursuit of truth, in his roles, and in his activism. He's not chasing fame anymore, he's chasing meaning. Keanu Reeves, the humble hero. Keanu Reeves isn't just loved, he's respected. Despite facing unimaginable personal loss, he remains grounded, kind, and quietly powerful. What makes him iconic isn't his fame, but his humanity. He treats everyone the same, whether it's a fan, a crew member, or a stranger on the subway. On screen he's the unstoppable John Wick, but off screen, he's proof that being good never goes out of style.